There are stories of God meeting people on the mountain throughout the Bible, and you can meet God on the mountain as well. The United Methodist Church has created a marvelous facility where people come throughout the year for mountaintop experiences. Overlook has 161 acres of fields and forests, streams and mountains. There are a variety of buildings to meet the needs of different kinds of groups and programming. You may enjoy the fresh air in teepees and outdoor cooking, or bring your own tent or trailer and all the comforts you like from home. You might find an Overlook sort of cruise and a berth on our own Noah's Ark, or a bunk on high ground on top of Agape Hill would be a little less rustic. Does Holiday Inn sound more enticing? Then you would enjoy the private rooms with private baths and ready-made beds, and the comfortable dining and meeting spaces in our Blessings Lodge. For the last 48 years, many volunteer teams have strived to create a setting for every kind of taste so that Overlook can better serve our church. But in speaking of mountaintop experiences, I'm not referring to the beautiful mountains and facilities, but rather to the powerful, spiritually forming experiences that children of all ages have at Overlook. There are retreats for men and for women, for couples and singles. There are Emmaus walks and special retreats. We have weekends for confirmation and for healing prayer, for senior adults and the mentally impaired. But what I really want to share with you today is the transforming experience children and youth can have this summer as they live the stories of the Bible. Previously, we explored Genesis, the creation story, and Noah's Ark. Campers joined Moses on the Exodus, studied the Ten Commandments, explored a replica of the tabernacle, and investigated ancient sacrifices. And they concluded their week in special worship in our recreation of the ancient temple. This summer, they will experience the good news proclaimed through Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The angels will announce God's plan for young shepherds of 2,000 years ago and for youth and children today. The campers will be present with Mary and Joseph as they share their story. They will meet John, in this case Joan, the baptizer, and explore the meaning and traditions of baptism. They will join Jesus and the disciples for that special wedding in Cana, participating in all the celebrations and witnessing that first miracle. And Jesus directed the servants to refill the stone cooler with water, and then he turned it into wine. There will be many stories and teachings of Jesus to learn. Stories of healing and wholeness. Teachings on how to love and share in God's blessings, like the Beatitudes and the feeding of the 5,000. Campers will see Jesus walk on water and raise Lazarus from the dead. As the week draws to a close, the campers will encounter Christ's true mission among us, to die for our sins and lead us into new life. Our Camp Maundy Thursday experience takes us from the Lord's table to the cross and then the tomb. It is a dark night as we feel the emotions the disciples surely felt when the stone was rolled into place. But with the dawning of Easter at camp, our joy is complete as campers experience the glad tidings of the angel in the empty tomb. He is risen, and we rise too as we celebrate the risen Christ at our sunrise service before breakfast. The power of summer camp rests in the way stories come alive for the youth and children. God moves through the sharing of the story, through the sharing of love from caring counselors, and through those reflective times when kids actually heed the psalmist who said, "Be still and know that I am God." Each summer, campers are asked to think about how they will respond to God as they leave camp. They make their own covenant, which they record on an overlook kind of parchment. Each year, hundreds of youth and children indicate a desire to make a first-time commitment to Christ back home in their church. You too can meet God on the mountain at Overlook. God can change your life. Why don't you come see for yourself?